I was in high school, I absolutely mastered the art of procrastination. I mean, whether it was homework or studying for a test or papers, I could wait until the last possible second to get it done. I mean, in school, I was that kid that was always sitting in the hallway before class, scribbling on his homework, trying to get it done. When I was in college, I would literally wait until the night before finals to even take the shrink wrap off of my books. I was just so good at procrastinating. And I don't really think that procrastination is that big of a deal. I mean, if you know what you need to get done, and you know when it's due, and you want to wait till the last second, I mean, I say go ahead. Maybe it's not the best way to do your work, maybe it's stressful, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. The problem comes when you're dealing with things that you don't know what you need to get done, and you don't know when it's due. That's when procrastination really is a big deal. And that's the case when we're talking about the big questions of life, the stuff that I like to call the big stuff. And the big stuff can really be broken down into three things: life, death, and God. I mean, these are the three big issues that we need to deal with. Big questions like, what's the meaning of life? Is there a bigger purpose to life? Questions like, what's going to happen to me when I die? And questions like, is there a God? If there is a God, what is he like? I mean, these are the big issues that everyone who ever lives has to deal with. However, there's so many people that believe the lie that the big stuff can wait. When the truth is that if there's anything that can't wait, it's the big stuff. And that's because we don't know how long we have to figure these things out. And, I mean, there's nothing more important than these questions. I mean, think about the issue of life. I mean, if you have a bigger meaning to life, if you have a bigger purpose, if there's something you need to be doing right now, then you need to get that figured out. I mean, because you only get one shot at life, and so make your life count. Don't waste your life. Figure it out now and go after it. And the issue of death, I mean, I know it makes people uncomfortable. I know people don't like to think about it, but the fact is, we're all gonna die, right? I mean, maybe we're not dead right now, but each and every one of us, we're gonna die. And so the question of what happens to you when you die is huge. I mean, is there a bigger question? I mean, questions like, is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Is there a soul? Where does it go? I mean, we need to figure this out. And then the issue of God, is there a God? If there is, what is he like? I mean, these are big questions. And, I know many people don't like to deal with them. We come up with so many excuses. Excuses like, oh, this stuff isn't that important. I have plenty of time to figure it out. This just gets people into arguments, and the truth is relative. We come up with all sorts of excuses, and in the book, I address those excuses. I hope you'll read it. I hope you will, because the truth is, all our excuses are completely worthless. These are the big issues. We need to figure this stuff out. And that's what we're going to do with the rest of the book, with the rest of these videos. We're going to look for answers to these big questions. We're going to try to figure out the big stuff, which actually brings up another issue, and that is, where do we go to try to find answers to these big questions? Which actually leads us to our next lie, lie number 2.